You're listening to KRUSBERG, a podcast by USF St. Petersburg's student newspaper, The Crow's Nest. This week, we'll be discussing pop culture.
Hello, and welcome to KRUSBERG. My name is Sophie, and I'm the editor-in-chief of The Crow's Nest. I'm here with Darnell.
Hi, my name is Darnell, and I am the creative director at The Crow's Nest. So, Sophie, what have you been watching and listening to this week?
I binged the entire 2 seasons of The Boys on Amazon Prime. That is a show that sort of flips the MCU and the DCEU on their heads. It says, what if the corporations and the superheroes were the bad guys? And I thought it was really well done and enjoyable. It's definitely an R-rated sort of show, but I really enjoyed it. For Halloween, I rewatched Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. And I also saw a Facebook post that Cal and Marnie from Halloween Town 2 are married, and I love that. And then the Netflix movie Triple Frontier has also been on my mind. Haven't watched it recently, but just started thinking about it. As far as what I've been listening to, Pop 2K on SiriusXM was playing the top chart hits of 2003, which surprisingly included a lot of Ludacris. What about you, Darnell?
So this week I watched The Royal Tenenbaums, which is a film by Wes Anderson. It's super incredible in that it focuses on this kind of eclectic family, and the children are super geniuses, but towards the end of their life they burn out. And it's really interesting to watch how they kind of, instead of relying on themselves, come together as a family and use each other as a support system. And I think it's a really warming message. Then I also watched We Need to Talk About Kevin, which was absolutely brilliant. Ezra Miller, though he is, a fine young man, can be downright disgustingly eerie and creepy. And he played the role terrifically. Tilda Swinton, also amazing. Love her from I Am Love. She just can play any actor or any character super well and always embodies it to the umpteenth degree. So, chef's kiss. So in terms of what I've been listening to, throw in some car seat headrest. I just love it when they scream out killer whales in the middle of their song. Just really does something for my brain. Also, I've been listening to Yellow Magic Orchestra, techno pop band, super great. Love their solo careers as well. And Florida by Lauren Groff, which is a book of short stories all centered and located in Florida.
All right, Darnell, let's get into this week's pop culture news.
Alex Trebek, longtime host of Jeopardy, has passed away at 80 after a 2-year battle with pancreatic cancer. Trebek's role on Jeopardy is iconic for our generation and generations before ours, and there has been an outpouring of love for him on social media. The Crow's Nest offers Trebek's friends and family our condolences. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2020 is Whitney Houston, Notorious B.I.G., T-Rex's Mark Bolan, Nine Inch Nails, Depeche Mode, and the Doobie Brothers. HBO aired a taped induction ceremony on Saturday, where Diddy and Alicia Keys made appearances.
Spoiler alert for the newest season of Supernatural. And I'll wait a second for that spoiler. Longtime Supernatural ship Destiel has become canon, meaning that main character Castiel expressed his love for other lead Dean Winchester in one of the most recent episodes of the show's final season, before being dragged to hell. The revelation scene is being regarded largely in a poor light, with fans calling it a stereotypical bury your gaze moment and pointing out how unwilling the actor for Dean Winchester seemed to be doing the scene. Nevertheless, the show gave fandoms everywhere hope for their longest-running OTPs. Johnny Depp has been forced to resign from his role as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts spin-off films. This comes after Depp's ex-wife Amber Heard accused him of abuse. Later, evidence was also found that Heard was abusing Depp. Nevertheless, a court found the claims made against Depp to be substantially true. Depp wrote in a letter shared via his social media, "The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that these allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time." And that ties into our Crow's Nest lightning round, in which Darnell and I ask each other a lightning round question that should be answered within a matter of seconds. So my question is, who do you think should replace Johnny Depp as Grindelwald?
Personally, I think it should be James Franco. I think any movie, show, creative project that James Franco touches immediately is buried in awkwardness and uncomfortability. So I would love to see him just kind of tarnish that as well.
Oh my god, the death in your eyes.
What about you, Sophie?
I think at this point, the best course of action would be to bring back Colin Farrell, who was in the first Fantastic Beasts movie as Percival Graves. It would be a way to say, Grindelwald's gone into a disguise again, sort of for the rest of the series, or until Johnny Depp is cleared in a few years, or may be cleared in a few years.
My question would have to be, if you could smother a music genre, which one would you smother?
I think I would probably smother mumble rap. I just don't like it. Like, there's no substance to it, and there's too much auto-tune, and it just doesn't feel good.
Heard. So I am just really not a fan of contemporary rap. It feels very lazy a lot of times, greatly unconsidered. A lot of times the only thing going for it is the sound production, and half the time that's not even up to par. I do give a presidential pardon to, of course, Kendrick Lamar and Kanye West before The Life of Pablo, but otherwise, cut it.
And now let's get to some upcoming releases. Because this is the last Pop Culture Crowscast of the semester, we'll be sharing upcoming releases for both November and December. Assassin's Creed Valhalla drops for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on November 10th. American Horror Story 1984 hits Netflix on November 13th. The Crude sequel hits theaters on November 27th, which reminds me, don't forget to check your local theaters listings to see what movies and shows are playing. November 27th also sees the release of Miley Cyrus's new album, Plastic Hearts.
Selena, the series, premieres on Netflix on December 4th. Cyberpunk 2077 will be available to gamers on December 10th. December 25th serves as a hopeful revival of movie theaters with the release of both Wonder Woman 1984 and The Promising Young Woman.
And finally, Season 4 of Netflix's The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina hits Netflix on December 31st.
Again, this will be the last Pop Culture Crowscast of the semester. Stay tuned for our return next semester.
We'll see you next week with the University Life episode of Crowscast. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell to get updates on when our videos come out. Thanks, guys!
Peace!